Before she died, Lucille Ball exposed the 7 actresses who were actually evil. Lucille Ball was born Lucille Dear Lucy Ball on August 6, 1911 in Jamestown, New York. The daughter of Henry Ball, a chiropractor and optometrist, and dear Evelyn Hunt, a homemaker with theatrical ambitions of her own, Lucille was exposed early to both the discipline and creativity that would shape her career. Despite facing a childhood marked by her parents' separation and the financial struggles that ensued, Lucille displayed remarkable resilience, determination, and an innate sense of humor that would become her trademark. Ball's early career began in the 1920s and 1930s with minor appearances in theater productions and modeling work, which eventually led her to Hollywood. She signed with RKO Pictures and appeared in a series of small film roles, gradually building a reputation for her charm, comedic timing, and expressive physicality. By the 1940s, Lucille Ball was recognized as a versatile actress capable of both comedy and drama. But it was her fearless approach to comedy that would set her apart. Her signature style, a combination of impeccable timing, exaggerated facial expressions, and a willingness to embrace slapstick and absurdity, allowed her to connect with audiences in a deeply personal and enduring way. The defining moment of Lucille Ball's career came with the creation of I Love Lucy in 1951, co-starring her real-life husband, Desi Arnaz. This groundbreaking sitcom not only transformed her career, but also revolutionized the television industry. I Love Lucy was one of the first shows to be filmed in front of a live studio audience, pioneering the multi-camera format that became standard in sitcom production. Lucille Ball's portrayal of the lovable, mischievous Lucy Ricardo showcased her genius for physical comedy, her ability to portray human vulnerability, and her knack for timing that made ordinary situations hilariously unforgettable. The show's immense popularity catapulted her into household name status and made her one of the first women to exert significant creative control in television. Beyond her on-screen talent, Lucille Ball broke barriers as a businesswoman and trailblazer. In 1952, she and Desi Arnaz co-founded Desolate Productions, a studio that produced numerous successful television shows, including Star Trek and Mission Impossible. Following her divorce from Arnaz in 1960, Lucille assumed full control of Desu, becoming the first woman to run a major television studio, an unprecedented achievement in a male-dominated industry. Her leadership and vision not only shaped the future of television production, but also inspired generations of women to pursue careers in entertainment and business. Even after I Love Lucy, Ball continued to entertain audiences with numerous television series, specials, and appearances, including The Lucy Show and Here's Lucy, proving her versatility and enduring appeal. She received countless accolades during her lifetime, including multiple Emmy Awards, a Golden Globe, and the prestigious Kennedy Center Honor. Beyond awards, her true legacy lies in the joy she brought to millions, the doors she opened for women in entertainment, and the standard she set for comedic excellence. In 1940, Lucille Ball's life took a dramatic turn when she met Desi Arnaz, a charismatic Cuban band leader who was rapidly making a name for himself in Hollywood and on the nightclub circuit. Their first encounter was on the set of the B-grade musical film Dance Girl Dance, a movie that, while not a critical or commercial success, became historically significant because it was here that Lucille and Desi first felt the spark that would ignite one of the most famous marriages in show business history. Despite coming from different cultural backgrounds, Lucille being a New York-born American of English, Scottish, and Irish descent, and Desi being Cuban-born, they were instantly drawn to each other's charm, wit, and shared passion for entertainment. Their courtship was intense and immediate, and within a short period, the two became inseparable, eventually marrying and embarking on a life that would intertwine both their personal and professional worlds. The early years of Lucille and Desi's marriage were filled with both excitement and strain. As Lucille's rapidly ascending career often kept her away from home, she was determined to establish herself as a leading lady in Hollywood. And this ambition required extensive travel, long hours on film sets, and relentless dedication to her craft. The couple's demanding schedules often left them physically and emotionally apart, testing the strength of their young marriage. In 1944, the pressures of distance and the challenges of balancing career with family life reached a breaking point, prompting Lucille to file for divorce. Yet, despite the separation and the uncertainty, the depth of their love and the bond they had built proved resilient. After much reflection and effort, Lucille and DeCessie reconciled, demonstrating a commitment to each other that went beyond the typical Hollywood romance. Their journey to parenthood was fraught with heartbreak, as Lucille suffered multiple miscarriages in 1942, 1949, and 1950. These losses were devastating for the couple, testing their emotional resilience and their ability to support each other through profound sorrow. Finally, in 1951, Lucille gave birth to their first child, Lucy Arnaz, a joyful moment that marked a new chapter in their lives. The family grew further on January 19, 1953, when they welcomed their second child. DeCessie Arnaz Jr. The arrival of their children brought immense happiness and fulfillment to Lucille and DeCessie, though it also added new responsibilities and complexities to their already demanding lives. Despite the love and shared memories, the pressures of fame, personal differences, and the relentless demands of their respective careers eventually led to the dissolution of their marriage. In 1960, Lucille and DeCessie divorced, with Lucille later describing their union as having been a nightmare at times. Though she was careful to acknowledge the enduring significance of their relationship by stating that Desi was a great love of her life. This duality captures the bittersweet nature of their marriage, a blend of profound affection and inevitable challenges that has fascinated fans and historians alike for decades. In 1961, Lucille found love again when she married Gary Morton, a talented stand-up comedian whose humor and steady presence provided a contrast to the intensity of her previous marriage. Their relationship was marked by mutual respect, companionship, and stability, and the two remained together for the rest of Lucille's life. Gary Morton's support allowed Lucille to continue her pioneering work in television and entertainment while enjoying a loving, enduring partnership that spanned several decades. Their marriage, built on friendship, laughter, and loyalty, stood as a testament to Lucille's ability to find happiness and balance after the turbulence of earlier years, and it remained a cornerstone of her personal life until her death. Before she passed away, Lucille Ball, the legendary queen of comedy and television, reportedly revealed a shocking secret that had been hidden behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood for decades. Known for her impeccable timing, infectious laughter, and pioneering role in shaping television as we know it, Ball was no stranger to the darker side of the entertainment industry. Throughout her career, she had encountered countless actors and actresses, some of whom had hidden motives and concealed agendas that often went unnoticed by the public. According to sources close to Ball, she confided in a small circle of friends and colleagues that there were at least 7 actresses in Hollywood whom she considered actually evil. These were not mere rivals in competition or actresses whose on-set behavior was difficult. These were women whose actions she believed were calculated, malicious, and deeply harmful to those around them. Lucille Ball's comments were vivid, precise, and unflinching. She reportedly singled out Joan Crawford, saying, "She had a way of smiling at you while she plotted your downfall. You never knew whether she was praising your performance or waiting for you to trip. She carried a darkness with her that you couldn't ignore." Ball's observations were rooted in years of first-hand experience, as she had crossed paths with Crawford on several occasions and witnessed firsthand her sharp, tongued criticism and behind-the-scenes manipulations. In Ball's eyes, Crawford represented a type of calculated cruelty that went beyond professional competitiveness, entering into personal territory, where loyalty and friendship were treated as tools rather than treasures. Another name Lucille Ball reportedly mentioned was Bette Davis, an actress whose talent was legendary, but whose temperament was equally notorious. Bette could charm an entire room and then leave you wondering if you were just collateral damage in her game. Ball reportedly remarked, "Davis, known for her fierce independence and determination, could be both inspiring and terrifying." Ball's insight into Davis's personality suggests that she recognized the duality in some of Hollywood's brightest stars, the ability to inspire awe while simultaneously instilling fear. Ball's comments indicated that such people, though brilliant, could manipulate and hurt others with precision, often under the guise of mentorship or camaraderie. Lucille Ball also allegedly spoke of Mae West, a name synonymous with wit, sexuality, and unapologetic confidence. Ball's warning was not about West's talent or charm, but about her ability to exploit others for personal gain. Mae could turn the simplest interaction into a trap, Ball purportedly said. This kind of observation reflects Ball's deep understanding of human behavior and her sharp intuition honed over decades in an industry where image often concealed true intentions. Ball's expose reportedly continued with other actresses, including Tallulah Bankhead, Carole Lombard, Joan Fontaine, and Ingrid Bergman. For each, Ball allegedly recounted incidents that illustrated manipulative behavior, jealousy, and cruelty that went far beyond ordinary professional rivalry. She described situations where favoritism was used as a weapon, where private conversations were weaponized against colleagues, and where trust was treated as a currency to be spent and abused. Ball's commentary suggested that while the public saw glittering premieres and glamorous smiles, there existed an undercurrent of personal agendas and interpersonal battles that could be devastating if one was not careful. What made Lucille Ball's alleged revelations especially striking was the contrast between her own public persona and the stories she told privately. Known for her warmth, humor, and ability to laugh at herself, Ball's private observations revealed a keen, analytical mind that was acutely aware of human motives. She had learned over the years that survival in Hollywood was not just about talent or luck, but about understanding the complex social dynamics behind the scenes. Her comment implied that while many actresses pursued success through charm or dedication, a few pursued it through deception and emotional manipulation, leaving a trail of harm in their wake. On April 26, 1989, Lucille Ball, the beloved actress and television pioneer, whose life had been marked by both extraordinary professional success and personal resilience, experienced a sudden and severe medical crisis that would ultimately lead to her passing. That day, she complained of intense back pains, describing them as unusually sharp and persistent symptoms that immediately alarmed those around her. This sudden discomfort was especially concerning because it occurred shortly after she had undergone a major heart surgery to repair an aortic rupture, a condition that in itself was extremely dangerous and had required significant medical intervention. In the hours that followed, her condition rapidly deteriorated. She lost consciousness, leaving friends, family, and medical personnel in a state of urgent concern. Despite swift efforts by the attending doctors to stabilize her condition, her body could not recover from the new medical emergency, and she tragically passed away. Subsequent investigations into her death revealed that the cause was another aortic rupture, this time located in the abdominal area. Importantly, medical experts clarified that this rupture was entirely unrelated to the earlier heart surgery she had undergone, underscoring the suddenness and unpredictability of the condition. An aortic rupture, whether in the thoracic or abdominal section, is a life-threatening event as it involves the tearing of the body's main artery and leads to massive internal bleeding, if not addressed immediately. In Lucille Ball's case, this second rupture occurred so swiftly that there was virtually no opportunity for medical intervention to be effective. The revelation that it was unrelated to her prior surgery provided some explanation for the tragic timing, but it could not diminish the shock and sorrow felt by millions of fans around the world who had long admired her for her pioneering contributions to television, her indomitable spirit, and her incomparable comedic talent.